Are you planning trade for next week on EURUSD, USD, pound yen, gold, USDCAD, or US oil? In this video, we're going to go through entries, targets, stop losses, and risks that involved in all those pairs I just mentioned. So, join along. My name is Ewinningstrategy. I'm a forex trader and an economist. I'm here to give you value I never got myself when I started out. So I'm here to help you see where you can improve, stop your losses, and becoming the successful forex trader you always want to be. The other thing is, this webinar does not contain any investment advice. It's only for education purposes, and I'm only telling what I think and see in any given market condition. Because trading forex is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Whatever money you've invested in the past can be lost in the future. So take it small, take a step, and you should also have a trade plan, and you should also have a proven track record of your trading plan that you can over 20 trades be profitable on demo before even thinking of going live. So you wanted to see some trading plans? Let's go. A smile, I gave it to you because how July was, and now we have August. So welcome to August. It's going to be an amazing month. And yesterday in my live session, I actually downgraded my price just in front of you with, is it 25%? It is now costing $90 for my lifetime technical analysis course. So if you want to learn more, that's where you go, ewinningstrategy.com. As a euro dollar trader, what do you want to see? If you're a buyer, if you're a seller. Okay, can you see those two lines? Good. Because that's really what I would anticipate. So currently we have broken this support here. This one is broken. Alright, that doesn't work anymore. Great, that's next support. Where does buyer buy? Support. Okay. That's okay. The other one is this a reversal? Is that a reversal? Is it going to fall now? I don't know. I don't think so. Why don't you think so, Ivan? Well, it always falls 1st of August. Well, that is true. Can we see something like that down to 1500? That would be amazing. But do I think it's going to drop 200 pips? I don't know. Well, let's give you some plans here. Plan 1, as a buyer, you would look into 1700, 1.17. That's where you would look to buy, I think. Then you're like, all right, good, cool, stop loss down here, good. Then you're cool, around 1650. That's 50 pips. Okay, cool, job done. The other one is, what are you doing as sellers? That is a more different case. When you have price rising, dropping, that is not a reversal, all right? So as a seller, you're like, all right, what do you do now? You have to wait. You have to have some patience, and you have to have some discipline. So that's why I set this line here. That's the monthly sell price and weekly sell price, daily sell price. So if price comes up here, the sellers of euro is more likely to sell than any other given time in the month. The question is, who wants to sell euro dollar? Because this COT report we have always bring up, I have my notes, euro dollar from Tuesday to Tuesday last week was Tuesday last week to this week. There were so many new orders coming into euro for a buy, to buy. So it's almost like compared to all those euro was the strongest one with influx of most large institutional traders. So that part of the fundamentals is also okay. We are still long. The other part is retail traders are still short, so they still have figured out how to buy euro dollar. So that means on the sentiment, we're still going up. The other one is fundamental analysis. What did Powell say? They had a Wednesday? It was on Wednesday. Powell had a monetary policy meeting. Nothing much happened. Euro dollar didn't move much. The other one was all right. What did they say? Yeah, they just assured that if anything bad happens, they're still going to make it go up again. All right. So that's fun, isn't it? So I do feel like, I must say, I do feel like we are on about either at the top of the cliff or we're just in the middle of it. So if you're a buyer, you think we're in the middle of it. If you're a seller, you think at the top of it. But if you're a seller, you want to have reversal pattern before you can even consider selling it. So what does that look like? That and that. That would be okay. But right now you are here, so you're early. You can't sell it at the moment. All right, cool. 50 pips stop loss or above here if you're a seller. Target down to 1574. Good and go. Let's go. Cool. 66% retracted a short on pound dollar. But instead, or also for pound, there was more sellers coming in. TP for buyers and more sellers coming in. So that looks very vulnerable for pound. I don't think pound is actually going to be destroyed now, upcoming week. So if you have a good setup, let's see if we have a good setup here, I would assume that you're able to sell it if you want to. But the other thing is, you need to have a reversal pattern. Is this a reversal pattern really? And what this is happening, like if this is actually going to go short, I'm not going to sell it. I'm buyer dollar, I'm seller on dollar, so I would just let it go. I would rather buy euro dollar and then let this one go. So that's kind of not necessarily that's a new low. Okay, I can take that new low. It's not a lower low, but it's a new low. So I would see a pullback, some kind of reversal before I think about it. So that would mean Monday is a critical day as a seller, okay? So stop loss above here, and that's monthly, weekly, daily sell price. So if it's going to be selling at any given time this month, this is the price. And if it doesn't, don't bother following it. And by the way, it is not to be sold yet. I hope you don't have any sell positions here, because you're just risking your money for nothing. Okay? As a buyer, what do you want to see then? Cool, boys, we're buyers. We want price to come down. Let it fall. Then we can take it up again. So first challenge is 130, give or take 130. Or the other one is down to 127. I think we're going to go there. So we have two prices here, 131.50 and 130. That will be the challenge if we break up or if we break down. All right, cool. And yeah, I think I'm nothing more than that. Technical analysis still says for me dollar weakness. Fundamental analysis still says dollar weakness. Fundamental analysis still says, well, it depends what you want to do with pound. I don't think it looks too good, but that's all. Gold digger, gold digger, gold digger, gold digger. So what are we doing here? Straightforward, no fuzz, I guess. Let's see if we can take something away of these brushes. All right, good. Let's continue our mission. So yeah, did I give you targets? I didn't give you targets, I guess, but for the month it's up to 135. For the week is up to 133. Targets for euro is up to 122 for the week, for the month, and 120 for the week. So it depends. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? That's 200 pips, by the way. Gold. Price coming down. If I still believe that might have been that move that you wanted here. So what do we want to do now? I think we just have to break above here and then continue mission. Do you know why it's rising? Because they have only one job to do. It's to buy gold. That's why you don't sell gold. If you want to sell gold, please give the money to me. I will happily buy instead. So they have only one job. The market has one job, that's to buy gold. Whatever happens, buy gold. Whatever happens, buy gold. Whatever happens, buy gold. Doesn't matter, buy gold. Should you buy gold? Different case. It's very volatile, it's very expensive, and it can ruin your account or blow your account. So don't risk money you can't afford to lose. And by the way, if you do use my technical analysis course, this is where you are thinking of buying instead of selling, because we're still going up. All right, cool. So what's the target here, Mike? I think the target is, well, let's give it a different case. What happens if it breaks 1944? That's the line in the sand for it to be still bullish. So if it does go down there, okay, cool. Then you can start looking for sells, but not before that. So cool you. Can it fall? Yeah. Target is it's 2,100, give or take. But yeah, if it goes below 1944, I will be very cautious as a buyer. I wouldn't be buying it foremost, and yep, that's that. So how do you make an entry here? You catch a pullback, like pull back, go down to maybe daily and say, okay, what? That's not daily. Yeah, go down to daily, for example, do this, that, and then you're like, okay, cool. How do we do this then? Buy. That didn't work. Buy, and then bye sellers. Cool. Pound yen. Same thing with pound dollar. I'm going to quite fast through that. There is more buyers, more sellers, but more buyers. So that means this one is not so bullish. I think the steam is going out of pound. It was just a thing to rise it up to sell. I think it has downward potential, but it's still bullish. So still trading as bullish. Does this trade? Do you treat this as a bear? You need more reversal than that. I think it's only like 15 minutes reversal here, so it's not like a great start. So that looks more like something to buy than to sell. All right, okay, going back to 1 hour. Okay, so what are you? So if you're a buyer, I think you would like to come back down to 138, up to 140. Sounds like a good deal to me. If you're a seller, I think I don't know if price just falls, don't catch it. I don't think it's worth the risk of it. Still plus above here anyways, but if you get it up again and it doesn't break, then you can fall again. Okay, let me take that away. So we'll make 2 brushes. So that's the seller thinking of that, and then buyer is thinking of that. Pick and choose your team. As team buyer have been winning, but team sellers was winning in March. So cool. All right. Apart from that, I don't know. Anything else? Anything else you want to tell me? 137.50. Yeah, potentially plan B as a buyer down to, yeah, give or take 137.50. This support, but I don't think that's very low. So I don't think so. So have that as a plan. As a seller, think of think of this one. If you get that one, that would be cool. Have a new low, that would be even cooler. Have a pullback after a new low, perfect. Apart from that, sit in tight, wait, and hope for the best. Don't act upon nothing that you can see. That is not true. Cool. The other thing is, I am going to go next one. Targets 141 for the buyers, 135 for the sellers, and good luck. USDCAD, we have potentially a reversal, but we're still bearish because this is still holding. Where is it? That 135. I don't want it to go back up to 135, but that's kind of the bearish integrity line, I would say. The other one is if it still holds 134.36. Okay, let's give it that one. God. Okay, do I have to take this away? Okay, anyways. Okay, back. Okay. Let me take something away so you can see clearly. I want you to see clearly. Clear without anything else. So, cool. Then I will take that away. Cool. So I said technically 134, give or take. That's the line. So if it does break above, it can become bullish again. But remember that you have 135 to still challenge. So even though if you're a buyer here, you can still be challenged here. CAD is very weak, by the way. I heard somebody said it was strong. No, it's not strong. It is weak. But because this one should have been even lower, by the way. So you can just look at pound yen if you want to think if it's strong or if you think it's strong or not. Okay. So basically the plan is to sell it, and for the week, I guess up here would be a good idea. Then sell it down. I think I said that was a good price of 134.13 on Friday. Did I? Yeah, I think we're up there then. Down to at least 133, and then have a pullback again, and then down to 132. The 132 is the target. So as long as it's below 134.40, give or take, we are still short. If it now turns around, be aware of 135. The other thing is, if this one falls, if you are a buyer, you will still get an opportunity by the end of the month, I guess. So if we, generally speaking, on all pairs, if we get a bullish move, you will still have a correction at the end of the month. All right. So at the end, we can then take US oil, sorry. You would love this one to be bullish. It is not. But that was kind of the buy price for the month of August. Do you think then it's going to rise? Well, if you are a buyer, you don't buy lower lows, do you? So for me, how I write this chart is that, and that's not bullish. So do you want it to be back up above 146? I would at least be very cautious if I was a buyer. I would be very cautious if I was a buyer. But if we go into here, 140, well, 41 sounds like a good price to sell for me. That seems like good. The other thing then is, does that become a reversal pattern if it goes up there? Potentially. But I can still see it falling because of this low here. But the sellers got their try last week. I think they're going to try again. I think they have stopped being hopeful for what they are thinking. So they think that, and then that. Like a trend. Fundamentally, you kind of want countries to open more up. You want countries to have more travel, you want airlines to pick up, you want manufacturing to still produce more. So that would demand oil. Do I see it right now? Not necessarily. And then I just want to thank you for being here at the end. I have a Discord channel if you want my help. Apart from that, I wish you a very, very happy weekend. I see you tomorrow at 19:30 p.m. GMT+2 Paris, Berlin time. Okay? Coolio. See you then. Don't risk money you can afford to lose.